Hi, everyone. My name is Josephine Kizza. I'm the Executive Director of St. Jude Family Projects, a local NGO here in Uganda. Together with my late husband, we founded this organization purposely to help the rural poor, the vulnerable poor, find food for themselves. And our major emphasis is put on the children, the women, and the youth. Why children? Because we find that many children in Uganda cannot afford going to good schools which pay high costs of fees. And so the government set up a system that is called universal primary schools and universal secondary schools. You find that these are the children from the very poor homes that cannot even afford scholastic materials, children that cannot even afford any meals, carry any meals to the schools. So we are now working with them, identifying schools, because most schools have vast land that is left empty with nothing growing. So we come out and work with them, we train them as we set up demonstrations for the entire school, but also the communities around the schools to learn from what we are giving to the children as well as the teachers. The major problem is that the schools are deeply depleted. And what we do is our slogan, we go with it, teach it to the young ones that feed the soils so that they feed you. And children now have learned this, and as a result, we are proud to say that they are now able to find some food for their day meals. And the teachers can also eat from the gardens. But at the same time, in the Ugandan syllabus, there is agriculture. So it is very good that now children learn it practically as they they participate in the demonstration gardens that we set. But also, it's very interesting that it is the same children that take this knowledge to their parents back home. So they are acting as our ambassadors, and the multiplier effect is great because then you find that their homes, when we go to follow up, to monitor, they are very proudly teaching their parents, and that way many people have learned from this. The second group of people that we work with are the youth. The youth have been neglected in Uganda. They are just left out by so many development organizations. Yet they have a lot of energy. And that is why you find that many are going out to distract the environment. So we are helping them use the energy to create jobs for themselves. But at the same time, they are helping us teach fellow youth. They have worked a lot with us as we train them to conserve the environment. But because they like quick monies, we come up with also ideas of projects that can create projects to give them quick monies. SMEs, we teach them how to do simple projects that give them money for a living. I'm happy to report that to date we have about 900 youth in the different districts that are helping disseminate the knowledge that we give to them, to the so many youth groups and clubs that they have created. Now, the most important group the most important vulnerable group is that group of women. We are working with the women, single mothers, widows, and the elderly to teach them, to help them find food. You know, women are responsible for feeding their families, and you find that in Uganda we have big families, between 10 to 15 members in a family. And the entire load is put on the poor woman to look for the food and also to look for essential commodities in their homes. So we are very happy and proud to work with these women to help them realize that the land that they have is gold, and it's able to feed their homes, but also they are able to sell the surplus, a little surplus, to buy some of the essential commodities that they need in their homes. During the COVID-19 pandemic, it has been very, very bad here in our communities. There is a lot of domestic violence. You find that the husbands, those who have husbands, do not want to do anything. Now the entire problem, the entire load is put on this poor woman. She works from very early in the morning, from dawn, to very late in the evening, because she's the last person to go to bed. But because now we've come in with different methods of feeding the soil, of having high production from the small areas that they have, I'm happy that today you can find a smile on one's face. And that is why when you look at our work, we see that there is a lot that has been achieved, but the numbers that have been reached need to be multiplied more and more. So we are very, very grateful to PWRDF and other development partners that help us to disseminate this knowledge to the needy people that we work with. I'm so happy that I'm able to talk to you today and to share with you some of our work that we do. But also we need your prayers, because we still need to pass on more information to more people so that they realize the need to concentrate on working on their selves so that they get the best out of that. The young children are our future. Once you teach these children, then there is a bright Uganda. The youth are the very present, energetic group. And without giving them guidance, they can destroy their whole future. They burn charcoal to make, they cut trees to make charcoal. And by so doing, they're destroying the whole environment. They cut trees to burn bricks, which they sell and get the money. And by so doing, we are now experiencing terrible climate change. We need everyone's effort to combat the problem that we are realizing today. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, everybody. And have a healthy stay. Bye-bye.